Guys, welcome back to SMB Designs. Today I wanted to work on a piece that I started in an art journal, but first I wanted to share a couple things with you. I got a Happy Mail, it's very sweet, from Barbara Gillingham in Connecticut. So let's see what she sent me. I joined a Happy Mail swap through Miss Calicokate, Kathy Cowell, and I have been having the best time with it. People are so sweet and thoughtful, and they think of things that I never would think of. So let's just dive in. Okay, so right here we have 100% cotton, 10 yards of each, and I want to say it's embroidery thread, but it doesn't look the same. It's like it's twisted up, which is cool. That'll be great for some tags and stuff. Oh, then we have a tag here. Keep growing. I love this older gentleman and stamp look. This is a nice sturdy tag. Really strong. I like that. Oh. We have some playing cards. Ooh, we have 4 of them with a steamboat. It's going to go great in my steampunk journal. Love that. I love strange, different cards, different playing cards that you don't normally see. Oh, what a cute little dictionary page. I couldn't think. I was trying to say encyclopedia. It's so little. I love it. Wonderful. That'll be useful. Post a note, stamp here, return address. Oh, what's that code? Oh my goodness, I'm drawing a blank. I cannot believe I'm drawing a blank on that. You know what I mean. Wonderful. Ooh, look at this. I used to love this guy's drawing style. His art style, I thought it was just so pretty. It says post cover November 18th, 1950, and it's called Practice. The other side says The Toss, post cover October 21st, 1950. Love that. Oh, she sent me a couple of little doilies. And guys, you know, if you get anything paper and it has a wrinkle in it, you can easily just spritz it with water or starch very lightly and iron it, and it comes right out. Those are awesome. Ooh, some more stuff. Oh, it's journaling cards. They are so nice and thick. I wonder if she's using what she's using for the middle. It might be manila file folders. It's just really nice and sturdy. Oh, look at that one. That one said think. This one says wander. With the bird, and I love this basket, this bird's nest. The background is so cute, all collaged together. And it's a journaling card. I like this paper on the back. This one says travel. It has a stamp on it. You know, that's something I hardly have any of, are stamps. I was going through some of my ephemera, and I didn't have but maybe 3 stamps, and they were faux. They weren't real. I'm going to have to work on that. I don't know. Y'all tell me the best way to get stamps, because I don't know. I guess I just haven't thought about it. Love the moth, and of course the collage background. I like how it's really neutral, but it has pops of color in it. That's really nice. This one is blank on the back. It is manila file folder. Okay, awesome. Oh, we have a little pouch here. Oh, and she was so thoughtful with the pouch. Look at that. She put double-sided tape on the back so it's ready to peel and stick on anything I want to do. I will have to use that in my sewing journal. I'm going to stick that over there with that. Stay curious. That's a cute little tag. Look at that lace. I would not have thought to put that lace with it, but it goes really good on there. And she had a stamp that you check off stuff. That's cool. I haven't seen that one. A Rolodex card. It says, be fearless. I think she used magazine paper in the background collaging this one. Love all the bright, vibrant colors. And I love that he's leaning on the mushroom. That's cool. Beautiful. Now, if y'all know, what do you normally do with Rolodex cards once they're decorated? Let me know. I mean, I know you could just stick it in a journal, but is there a specific purpose or something that it has when you put it in a journal? Let me know below. Oh, I like this. Some grungy goodness. It's theater tickets, World Playhouse, Palace Theater, Paramount Theater, and Legion Theater. Well, that's cool. Oh, look at the back. The back is scrumptious too. Oh, here's another Rolodex one. Decatur Ice and Coal. We have a Decatur not far from here. Keep moving forward. Isn't that funny how places just name everything the same a lot of times. I don't know of a town that I've went into that didn't have a Martin Luther King Boulevard. And a First Street or a Second Street or a Main Street. Yeah, that's cool. I like that. Oh, she sent me some Timmy people. Isn't she cute with her big old, I guess that's a bow in her hair. Wow, that thing is huge. And then a couple of other little people. There's a little poke out there. There we go. Awesome, awesome. I think I had given away all of my Timmy people, so this might be coming handy. Okay, this is a paper clipped section. Stephanie, I hope you enjoy your Happy Mail, Barbara Gillingham. I love that. I'm going to keep that in with my ACT stuff so I can know her sent me. Okay, we have a map of Arkansas, and she's circled where I'm from, Siloam Springs. That's awesome. Love that. This is California on the other side. I love that she put Arkansas in there. That's awesome. Oh, look at these scrumptious papers. These music sheets are so delightfully colored. They're so pretty. Wow, the age on these is awesome. It's from Melodies of Days Gone By. You guys, please forgive my animals in the background. I don't know what their deal is. They've been on high alert for a week now, and I can't stop filming just because they won't stop barking. So, Let Me Dream Again. It's Let Me Dream Again on two of them, Out on the Deep, and Sally in Our Alley. Those are awesome. Great grungy. This was such a fun Happy Mail. Thank you so much, Miss Barbara Gillingham. I love it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. This is so fun. If you guys are not part of a Happy Mail swap, you should get to be a part of it because you can send a small package, and I think her package costed $5 to mail. But it doesn't even have to be this large of a package. It can be just a regular envelope and just put a few papers and a thinking of you card or something. That really brightens people's days. So that's wonderful. That is the Happy Mail that I got this week. And I don't want to flip it over because it would show her address. But I'm going to have to cover it and flip it because I can't get it in. Okay. Getting there. Alright, that's in there and out of the way. I wanted to show you, if you guys didn't tune in to the live that we did last night on What Jen Wren Scraps channel, I will link it, the video, in the description below for you. But we made some of the coolest stuff. I made this watercolor boho paper that would be awesome for a background or page, whatever we wanted to do with it. But it's awesome. The colors were amazing. I used some new paints that I had gotten at an estate sale, and they are so vibrant. I absolutely loved it. I'm going to have to try working with them some more. We also made, Miss Zena of the Sassy Crafter taught us last night on the live. We made these using regular white core cardstock. We've all got that where we bought it and then we don't know what to do with it because it's white core. This actually has a purpose now. So we made these two and they just look like leather, like paper leather. So they turned out awesome. I'm so excited about those and being able to use that white core paper that I have in a 12 by 12 pack. Then we made this one, and this was a lot of fun. We used our sprays and embossing and stamps, a little bit of everything. But that turned out really good. That's going to be a great background for some grungy goodness. So if you guys missed that video, that live, you guys should totally check it out. And leave a comment and let me know what you liked best in that video. Or like the top one from each of us. That would be great. Okay, so the last time we did an art journal page, it was on What Jen Scraps. We do that on Mondays, Monday-ish. And let me move this bag. This is just paint, so I'll have a place to put this stuff. Okay, so far in our art journal, this is what I have. The first page skipped. The first one we did is this one, and it says, Deja Vu, the feeling that you have heard this crap before. I love that one. Lots of good colors and grunginess. And then we did this one, and it's, Miss Muffet said, do not touch my tuffet. And it was around the craze with Wednesday Addams, and I didn't want to do exactly Wednesday Addams, but I wanted to give a little bit of the vibe, but with a little bit of change to it too. So that was a blast. And this is the one we're working on. And she needs a lot of work. She's only one tone basically. And all of these I want to put in quotes. And I have quotes that I really like. So I'm going to put those in today with you. First, I want to try this acrylic marker set from Artix to see if I can get it to write or to work on this so I can do details in her hair. I don't know if it will. It may very well not, but at least we can try it and everybody will know then, right? Okay. So her hair is blue. Maybe try a darker blue for first off. I definitely want to use some black. Well, that's not black. What am I doing? That's black. I think that one's the black. Okay. So, we may not even need to choose any more colors. It may not work. So, let's just see. These have a brush end and a fine tip end. I think I'm going to work with the brush end and see what we get here. Oh, it's working good on it. That's awesome. And the cool thing with the brush tip is you can actually push down and get a thicker stroke or pull up and it be lighter. I'm not so sure I don't want to incorporate some other colors here in her hair. So I'm not going to fill it all in with this blue, but just enough to give the idea of it. And then we go on this side. Nice thick stroke there. Okay, and then we have the hair in the back. That is pulled back with that cute little headband. It's going to be cute. That should not have veered off. It should just go straight. Okay. Okay. I'm going to have a new use for these. That's awesome. That is awesome. Let's see. I should have a pink somewhere in here. Maybe an orange. I do have an orange. I don't know what I think about orange and blue. So, well, I'm going to have to look at the color swatch chart. For those that don't know, I am colorblind. I can see color, but I have a hard time distinguishing shades. I like this rose red, A67. I don't know if this is going to be it. A60. A160. So I am way off. And I put that one's in there upside down. Okay, let's go back to this one. We're looking for A67. That's that one right there. Okay. I wish they actually just put the names on these, but they'd put numbers and then a chart for you to go back to. I'm going to try the bullet side this time. A nice thin stroke there. Sorry about that. That was my med alarm trying to keep me up to date. I like the varying line weights. And I don't mind if they cross or don't cross. Prefer they cross because natural hair would cross, right? This is just a fun, play with me kind of journal. Nothing major else, just play. So if you like this kind of thing, pull out something and start a journal with us. We will do all kinds of stuff in it. We're doing mixed media. I actually collage paper underneath this. I know it's hard for you to tell because I put a lot of paint there too. I'm going to put one right in here because I don't like that big gap. Okay. Alright, what next? Okay. Took my meds. I'm back. You didn't even know I was gone. I know. Okay, this one is going to be A7, and it is light pink, and I'm going to use the brush end for it. Interesting, it actually does show up, so that's cool. I didn't know if it would show up or not because of the color. It's not real prominent, but doesn't have to be for everyone. Okay, that's got just a little bit of that. What's next on here? I've got A71 pooled bright blue. So we'll use the fine nib on that one. That one doesn't hardly even show up. I'll just do a couple of strokes since I already did one. And we'll just go with that. Y'all, I'm forgetting this down here all together. Don't let me do that. Somebody call me out. I wish you could. Okay. Then we have A70, and that's a violet blue. So I'm going to use the brush end for that one. Very pretty, nice and dark. I love contrast in my artwork. Just if you didn't know, I do. It's because I can see it easiest, I think. Let me know if any of you are colorblind and what you do about your colors in doing art. I'd love to know. Okay, so we got that one. And this one I pulled out is A9, and it is lilac, it says. I'm going to go with the brush end again, but I don't know that it's really going to show up. Oh, it's showing up. It's a much different thing. It looks more like highlights in her hair, which is cool. I got my lamp and everything in, and I'm about to get ready to start working on my nails again. Now that I've got something that should actually cure it well. The last little lamp that I had was not very good at curing, and everything just kind of went matte and dull. And I didn't like that at all. Okay, so her hair, that's what we have. I'm thinking we might need to like add in some orange or something. What is this one? A30 is French Vermilion. What is the one beside it? A21 Carrot Orange. Okay, we'll try that one. And we'll try one of the yellows as well, just so we can see how it shows up. This is kind of just a try me day, I guess. Okay, let's go with this yellow one first. I cannot believe it is showing up so good on this. I'm so excited because that means I have a completely new play set for Art Journal Day. I wasn't sure because when I got these, I watched a woman who used them as watercolors. Like, she was able to, before they dry, to move them around and work with them like watercolor, which was really cool. And that's actually why I bought them originally, was I thought that might be kind of fun to play with. But when I got to doing it, I didn't have as much fun doing that. So that's why I haven't really used them or played with them. It's not because they're not good. They're obviously good. But I just didn't like what I had originally in my mind for them. Okay. We're going to do the orange, and I guess in the brush tip too. Oh, I like it. I love how each one of them is basically opaque on top of the other colors. So you can just write right over what you've already done, and it'll do it. A lot of times these colors like this don't go well over other colors, if that makes sense. Like, they don't transition well. The lighter ones won't write over the darker ones and so forth. But look at that. I just totally covered that one dark one up with it. That is so cool. I love that. That's awesome. Okay, so I have the black one out. I wanted to do some detail around her eyes, but I don't need black. I need blues. And for that, I need A89, A73, and A71. there's the A71. Pick up the box so I can get to the other layer. Alright, this one is A83. And we need A89. There we go. Okay. So we're going to start with the lightest one first, and we're going to use the fine tip side. It doesn't look like the lightest one's really doing much, but don't worry. There's plenty more for everything to do, and it will show up in the background just when it needs to. Okay, and go with this one. I'm just kind of using small strokes and then like every once in a while doing dots around the inner pupil of the eye. Just because to give it that movement. Okay, now we're going with our dark one. We're going close to the outer edge, but just doing those little strokes again. It's not got to be perfect or anything. It's not like it's a realism drawing or anything, but I am lining right there above the eye because there would be a shadow there. Okay, so now I'm going to get let me grab my liner brushes. I need a good black one that I can do really thin with. And I can see, actually, I don't need to do that yet because we're going to paint some more on this face and lips and stuff, and it would just get messed up. So, what was A67? Rose red. I think it was a little too dark, but it's not bad. Some definition there. Okay, we need some more to work with on that. I have got hair everywhere. It's not mine, it's my dog's. Okay, then if we want more pinks, we need to go with A7 and A5. I don't think this is a pink, but yeah, no, it's not. So not in that grouping. No. I must already have them out. No. Okay, hang on just a second and let me find these. Okay, so A7 is the lighter one, so we'll work with that one first. It's not going to show up much. It's just going to more or less be good for highlighting a little bit, maybe, after we do the A5. So let's try that one. It's a strange color for it to be a pink. Mum pink, it says. I'm afraid this is going to be the wrong color, but It's not terrible. Don't forget that lip liner. Okay, and I want to leave some of that light. I can go on and put a little bit more here, but I do want to keep some of that light towards the center. So I'm going to go back in with the A7. Okay. Back over to this other one. Okay. Now I need that darker one. I think it was this one, A67. Yes, the rose red thing. Because I kind of eliminated my depth in the middle where it would have a crack in the lips. Okay, let's get a water brush and see if it does anything. Here's one. Oh, interesting. It completely changes the color, it looks like, a little bit. Because I don't want a huge amount of water on there, so I'm just going to get a little tissue and dab it. There it is. Okay, so she does need a little bit more defining on the outside of her lips. I really didn't want to go as dark as this one, but it looks like that's the only choice I really have. So I'm going to use the fine side. Most everything in art is about layering. So don't be scared of this being so bright. Remember how that water lightened it up? Let's see what it'll do with this. It's such a big nib on that. I think it's just too big. Let me see if I got another one. Yeah, that one will work. It's still big, but it's nice and flat, and I can work with it. Okay. It's just flooding it. I don't like that. That whole flooding thing there going on. But if you notice, oh my goodness, we got some way outside the lips. That's all right. We're going to go back over that anyway, so it'll be okay. I just don't like that it did it. I want it to behave like I tell it to, or like I think I'm telling it to. Maybe that's a better. There we go. That's giving us a nice little bit of a line, a lip liner. I'm making such a mess around the outside edge of the lips though, it's crazy. Okay, now she has a mustache and some stubble. Okay, we need to work on that skin stuff going on first before we go any further. So get out my little handy little palette. I got some paints from Hobby Lobby, so I'm looking forward to trying them. I've gotten some unbleached titanium. I love opening a new tube of paint. That's so bad, isn't it? It's so satisfying. You don't need a lot, I don't think. And then we have the transparent burnt umber, which I've not seen a transparent one before, so I'm pretty excited to try this one, not gonna lie. Not going to need much of that. That's probably way too much. And maybe a touch of yellow. Don't really want that bright yellow. I should have a, yeah, I've got a yellow ochre here. We'll try just a little bit of it if we need it. Okay. So we need to stir it up. I need to get my other brushes. Don't use your watercolor brushes on acrylic. It will ruin them. Use acrylic brushes on acrylic. Okay, so we need to mix this, so I'll just get a little spatula here. That's going to be our base. We're going to try adding just a drop or two to see what it does. Okay. Okay. I like the transparent burnt umber. Of course I would. I like everything burnt. Okay, note to self, I like that together as a shade color. Which is basically what we're going for, is to do the other parts of her face that need doing. Okay, so let me see, where is my, I need a brush. I do not want a huge brush, but I do not want a tiny brush either. Okay. This is a good possibility. It's a really small filbert. Yeah, I'll try that first and see what happens. Okay. And we know that there's going to be some shading around her where you would naturally put bronzer. Okay. There's going to be the same thing on the other side. Don't worry, it looks a little harsh right now. It won't. And usually it's a little bit darker right in here, where that Cupid's bow is. Let me wash my brush off. And then with a clean brush, I'm going in and rubbing it. It's just a clean, damp brush. It's not even really wet. But I want to work it. I'll put a little bit more water in it, see if it'll help me work it a little more. Yeah. I just want it to kind of disperse, but stay in the area I wanted it. And if it gets a little too far out of hand, don't worry, you can go back and put more of your other color in, your base color, which in this case we'd have to recreate because that was a while ago. Oh, I activated some of that marker there. That may be the problem with the marker, is that it activates with water for what we're doing. Okay, and right in here, there's a little something something usually. And it goes out toward the eyebrows. I am just using residual of what is left on my brush. I have not picked up anything new. Okay, and we're going to have some underneath the hair here because of shadowing. So I'm going to put a little bit of that in there. Be careful not to touch that other stuff. Okay, wet my brush a little. Work it out, work it, work it, work it. Okay. This side is way darker. I'm sure it's already long since dried. I need to get my medium out. Let me grab that. Okay, this is called drying retarder, and what it does is it slows down the drying time of your acrylic, and you don't need much, you need just a little, and it's very liquid. Just the tiniest bit. Might be better to put it in something else. Oh, do I not even have the top? I do have the top open. Yeah, it's just a little bit hole. I forgot. I put a hole so I didn't overdo it. Wow, that's a lot. Okay. Well, she may not dry for a long time. Let's pull some of that off. But it also keeps your paint moist long enough that you're able to keep using and working with it. So definitely a good thing to have on hand. Where did my brush go? Okay. I want to, because I didn't like how dark that is on the middle there under her mouth. Put out just a little bit of the unbleached titanium by itself. Now I grabbed a little bit of that retarder. Yeah. And under the nose, there's going to be a little bit of a shadow as well, so you want to account for that. She doesn't have a very big nose, but that's all right. Okay, and we'll see if I can use this unbleached titanium to clean up a little bit around those lips. It's not the exact color, but it's pretty close. The one thing I really like about acrylic is that even though it goes through an ugly phase, if you don't like what you're doing, you can paint over it. You can just paint over it and redo it. You don't overwork the paper or the, well, I mean, I guess you could if you were using the paper, but on average, I need a bigger brush for this. On average, you're not gonna overdo the paper and stuff on a canvas. That's what I'm trying to say. don't want to lose her glasses rim, but I'm pretty close to losing it. That just means I get to make up a new one, right? Yeah, you just get rid of that altogether. That was just way too dark. This is actually looking like it's darker than what I had on there to start with, which is kind of interesting. I thought I used unbleached titanium for that too. It's a different brand, of course. Don't forget them eyelids. Whole little area. Up top. You guys may get bored of hearing me talk, so I don't know, I may have to just put on some music or something for you. Okay, get a little bit more of that retarder and put in the more of that unbleached titanium. I think this unbleached titanium is like an unsung hero of the acrylic world. It doesn't get the recognition that it deserves. It's a beautiful, beautiful color, and it's so useful for so many things. What that was. Something was stuck on there. Okay. Now I want to introduce just a little bit of this into under here where we would have our shadowing. There we go. I keep touching that other. So you definitely might want to make sure you're done with your skin and stuff. Okay. Try putting a little bit darker in there. But because the other is wet and staying wet, you have time to blend, which can mean a world of difference in whether you like your painting or you hate it. Yeah, I like that. Well, I kind of just went right all over that, didn't I? Okay. Being picky now and having to get right on the edges. Taking out that first that I did because it was so dark. masking a little bit of that, but it's okay there. Okay, and so we're going to put some unbleached titanium on this nose. Sort of nose, you know. I don't want to fully cover it because there would be a highlight that runs down her nose. I do need some definition in those other spots, but I'm going to need a way smaller brush for that. Let's try to work in some little bit of darker areas. Okay, and pick it back up with some of the lighter because this is not blending, so I want it to blend. Go. Just a little hint of having some cheekbones in there, you know? Better. Okay, let me get a much smaller brush. This one will be fine. And we're going to add just a little bit of darkness around the bottom of this nose. And down the sides of it, there would be a darker area. So I'm going to put some of that in there. Okay, we're going to need some blending. We're going to need a little blending. That's okay. We don't need that to be very prominent, but we do want to, you know, acknowledge that there's a nose there. Okay. Took that one away way too much, didn't I? Okay. All right, I like that okay. I'm going to put some of this little medium darker area up in the eyelid area because the eyelid is usually darker because of the way it folds. So I'm just going to put it on the inner side though, because I do want to do maybe a highlight. I don't know if I want to or not, but I want the option to if I want to. Okay. I'm not liking this whole chin situation going on here, so we're gonna just cover that and put in our own highlight a different way because I don't like that. Okay, so our own highlight, we're going to use straight unbleached titanium. Just a little little highlight on the chin. You don't need a lot. And her nose is already highlighted. There would be a highlight area on her forehead, like usually right where the light would hit it. Can't really tell I did anything there, I don't think, but it's there. It's there. Okay. And above the eyes, there's going to be a highlight where that is. Okay. Okay, I think I'm going to quit fiddling with her skin for now. And we're going to call it good. And I'm going to go in and do the rim of the glasses. Well, first I'm going to let that dry. Then I'm going to do the rim of the glasses. And we will move on from there. Yeah, that headband needs some work. So we need to fix it. And it was pink, so I need to get a nice pink out. Maybe the color that I used on her lips. Man, of course I just put those up. And that was A5 Mum Pink. Pretty sure it's going to be that one. Yep. So I'm going to use the brush end and see if that helps any. Yeah. Much better. It's going to make it actually blend in like it belongs. Not sure where the different shades of this come in at, but there are different colors that seem to come out. Maybe it's just difference in wetness stage. I don't know. Could I have used paint? Of course. Of course. But I wanted it to be sure and match her well. And since we did her lips with these things, that's why I'm doing her hairband with it too. To pull that same color on up into another part of the picture. Okay. We'll let that dry and see what it does. It may need another coat. I'm not sure. Okay. So these rim of this glasses, we know it's going to be like that really light pink. And that was a 7, it looks like. So where did I stick that one? I am so bad about just putting these things wherever. I can't get used to a specific order if I just keep putting it in there willy-nilly. Oh, I think this is it. Yeah, here we go. Okay, I want the rim of the glasses to reflect where this is the nose piece here, and we may be dry enough. Yeah. Okay. So is this side? This side I think is okay too. So come on, Stephanie, make sure you get the lens sizes the same, at least. Okay. Okay, I like that it's subtle, but not, you know, in your face kind of thing, which is good. It does look like that up there is going to need some more, so let's just throw some more in a few spots that I see. Okay, this side is pretty good. I say pretty good and then I just keep drawing on it. I don't know what my deal is. Yeah, if I need it to be any smoother, I'm going to have to use paint. Which is fine. Which is fine. But I think for this, I'm just going to call it good. This book is just for me to play in and just be goofy, I guess. Okay. Okay, so there's the headband. I think I am ready to start with the ink, going ahead and inking around her. I am not going to use this Arctic set. I originally thought I was, but because it is so water soluble, I'm going to go with a more permanent solution. Put this stuff back in here so I can have it ready for next time. Close up this. And now I need to be in one of my little bags. Okay. This may not be the right bag. It does not look like it. So let me grab the other bag over there. Won't take just a second. Here we go. Okay, I'm going to sit this aside. And see what I have. An 01, that's a pretty small size. That'll work for the eyes. We're definitely going to need a fleck in the eye. What is this? It's a zebra pin. Oh, we'll try that for my outlining. See how that goes. Let's do the little eyes first. This is turning into way longer of a tutorial than I thought. I'm going to have to put this thing in fast forward mode or something. Okay, put a line across the bottom obviously she would have eyeliner, right? Pluck out a few little eyebrows. Not too many. I don't think she has too many of them. Okay, and gonna go around the bottom rim to complete that eyeliner look. Yeah, that makes that eye stand out way more. Love that. Okay. It is difficult to be left-handed and to try to keep the paper and or the book in one spot. I'm used to just kind of twisting and turning it. But I was trying so hard to keep everything in screen for y'all today. It's having a little bit of difficulty writing on the acrylic there. That's because acrylic is actually a plastic, and it can't help that it's having difficulty. Okay, let's just take a little thin line around these glasses so they stand out a little bit. Not liking this on that at all. It's not working very good. Let's try this zebra thing. Oh yeah, much, much better. And it's probably because it is like a felt tip kind of brush thing. I'm not going to line the bottom rim, I think. Well, maybe I am. I keep doing it. I'm not even lining where the pink is. I don't know what my deal is. Guys. It's a day, guys. It's a day. Just trying to keep it narrow now. Oh my goodness, I'm so squiggly. Does anyone else have trouble with that? Like your hand just kind of doing its own thing? You're looking at it to do one thing, but then you end up doing something completely different and you didn't want that? Yeah, that would be me. Okay, sorry, that was a med alarm again. And don't worry, I took my meds a while ago. Wouldn't really have black in these eyes, but I really wanted them to kind of shine a little bit more than what they're doing, so these are going to have it. I'm going to go over the upper lid line because I wanted it thicker. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, a few little flecks for brows up in there. Just a few. And we'll have to do these again because the lines are thicker. No biggie. Okay. And I want to outline. Do I want to outline her face? Or just, yes, I want to outline her face. I want her to stand out. She is special. And she knows it. And there's nothing wrong with that. Just so you know. Being special and knowing it is nothing wrong with that. It's not conceit. It's just knowing God has a purpose for you. And you are special in His eyes. And yeah. Okay. So this is turning into being an interesting little picture. Okay. I'm not going to line the lips. I don't think it needs to be. I will line the headband just so it stands out more from the crowd of colors. Well, I'm not even getting on the line where it should be. It's okay. Some days are just like that. And this is not for anybody but me. Nobody's buying it. It's not going on a commission or anything crazy like that. I think I'm going to make polka dots on this headband. Oh no, it doesn't want it. Well, they're kind of cool being just faded out polka dots. We'll go with it. The hardest thing in doing art is your own inner voice. You critique yourself far more than anyone else ever will. Okay, I like her. Now we need to work on this over here. And, oh, I need to put a highlight on her first. Let's do that. Do I have a spare piece of paper somewhere? Yes, right there will be fine. Okay. And there she is. I could put a little bit on her lip too. There we go. Okay. So the quotes. I need my Bible. I wrote them all in the front, the ones that I liked. Because I don't ever want to forget them. I almost said remember them. Okay. Here we go. So I'll set this on the side so I can read it. Failure is nothing but broken focus. Broken focus. Okay, so that's one of them. Then do not embrace the promise and forget the process. These are quotes that I try to remind myself of by going back and reading them, because it's so easy to just ignore it and forget about it. Relax and enjoy the ride. Okay. And then we have, where your faith is, that's where you will move. That is true. And God has a plan. He doesn't need you to come up with one. So true, right? So true, so true. Okay, and that's the last of the quotes I have in there. So for these other lines, I thought we would just kind of do some doodly stuff in them. Embrace them for the wavy goodness that they are. I think I'm just going to do the same pattern throughout, just so it has some continuity. Okay, this one we'll just pick up right there where it left off. And add our stuff. Same thing here. Just work it Work it, girl. I like this zebra pen. This thing's pretty good. All right, and we have a little bit here. And a whole big one here. You see, I'm not even worried about if my dots are exactly circle. It doesn't have to be. It's just playtime. You get the idea of it. And one more little spot there. Put our little dots. And guys, we finished the page. We finished it. That's awesome. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today doing this. I really wanted to get it completed, and I appreciate all of you very much. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.